Hi, I'm Quentin, and I'm a diabetic. Hi, Quentin.
Hey,
Hi,
Quentin.
Quentin. Hi,
Quentin.
Quentin. Those that think they know it all are always the most clueless. Is that a quote from someone? If not, it's from me now, so go ahead and use it. But it's true. I have all kinds of stories about misconceptions with diabetes. For those old enough to know what a phone book is, or, well, was, I could probably fill up at least one of those with the misconceptions, but I'm going to start with this. I can skip the script on this one. Now, we've all heard of type 1 diabetes. We've heard of type 2 diabetes. We've heard of type 1.5 diabetes. And of course, gestational. I'm not sure about the 1.5. I really don't know much about it. And as far as gestational, I mean, all I know about that is guys can't get it. I mean, we're guys. And then also, I got to add in here, there's the pre diabetic thing, which I'm kind of on the fence about because I know anything over 100 is considered elevated, right? And the word diabetes itself only means elevated blood sugars. So people go in, they get tested, their blood sugar's 120, and they always run 120, and they're called pre-diabetic, but they never develop a complication their entire life. They never become insulin dependent. So the pre-diabetic thing, I think that term gets thrown around loosely. But let's talk about the type 3 diabetic. These people have family with diabetes, so they think they know it all. They had a student, they're a teacher in schools, then they had a student who was a diabetic, so they think they know it all. They have friends who are diabetic, so they think they know it all. And I'm going to tell you, if you were my friend, you spend 1 day with me, 2 days with me, and you see everything I do, you don't know anything, okay? You still don't know anything. So give up on the whole thing. My friend's a diabetic. Even if I taught you everything I know about diabetes, you still don't know anything because it only applies to me. It's not a one size fits all. No two are the same. And let's add some more to it. They coached a baseball team, and one of their players was a type 1 diabetic. So they think they know it all. Strike three, you're out, buddy. You don't know anything. They saw something on the internet or in a newspaper, so they think they know it all. And matter of fact, to that, they probably just made it up when they said it. They have a coworker, or they're with the police, or they're a paramedic, or their spouse is a doctor, so they think they know it all. Smart doctors know that they don't know it all. So what does that tell you? So yes, that's just some of the type 3 diabetics. That's not an official term, but that's what we call them, okay? Maybe you don't call them. Maybe you want to use that next time you see some know-it-all and look at them and just say, oh, so you're a type 3 diabetic. And look at the dumb look on their face when you tell them. But those of us that deal with it 24/7 don't know how to take care of ourselves, or we brought it up on ourselves. You know, we put too much sugar on our cereal one morning and came down with diabetes. Or we can cure it through diet and exercise. Now that's your type 3 diabetic once again that doesn't know the difference between type 1 or 2. Or that type 3 that has read somewhere that you can cure it by putting cinnamon in all of your food. That's the most ridiculous one I've ever heard. Well, probably not. I swear to God, there is like a cult or something out there that thinks they know it all about diabetes because too many believe the same thing. So it's got to be coming from somewhere. Now, another thing for those in the know it all, I've been asked the question a lot of times. So if you're passed out, how much insulin do I give you? if they knew so much, they would know that if a diabetic is passed out, the last thing you want to do is give them insulin. And that is where the type 3 becomes dangerous because I actually know of a story where a certain female injected a diabetic that they found unconscious. And by the time the paramedics got to that diabetic, they tested him and he was 12. Freaking 12. And you can only imagine that that's when the paramedics got to them. Had they not got to them at 12, we're talking probably algebra numbers if the paramedics didn't get involved. I don't think algebra numbers are actually possible with blood sugars. I mean, a zero is just a zero, and that's just it. But yeah, injecting a diabetic unconscious, that's just, I can't believe how many times I've heard that. So, hey, man, good job, type 3 diabetics out there. And as always, I'm just sharing my experiences. I'm not a doctor, and I have more than a clear understanding that what works for me might not work for anyone else. On another note, I wanted to share one piece of advice. If you do have a Libre, a Dexcom, and other CGM, continuous glucose monitors, and you keep a regular finger prick monitor or glucometer on hand just in case, your CGM might fail or whatnot. Don't forget to check the batteries once in a while. Some people don't end up using their regular glucometers for a year. I mean, that's happened with me. And those button batteries, watch batteries that go in them, that's not something that's just sitting around in a drawer to, you know, put in there. Make sure your glucometer is functioning because nothing is worse than a CGM and your regular finger prick glucometer failing at the same time. It makes for a bad day or worse. If you've made it this far, please share your comments about other things that you've heard those type 3 diabetics. If you made it this far, I'd love to hear your type 3 diabetic quote. Like and subscribe so we can follow up soon when I get the next upload out. My blood sugar is starting to dance around a little bit. So, my favorite low snack, Little Debbie's. I love this stuff. Um, so I'm Quentin. I'm the sympathetic diabetic, and I hope to see you soon.